Tobias Harris over me?
Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, look who's back in Sixers rumors during an offseason. Playoff Jimmy, James Butler, Jimmy G Buckets, and don't forget, the G stands for Gets. After an underachieving season by Miami Heat standards, losing in the first round after barely scraping out of the play-in tournament, the organization is at a crossroads with what to do with their roster as a whole, most notably their forward guard out of Marquette. The aforementioned Butler is going into the second year of a 4-year contract with a player option on the third year. The consensus around the league is Butler wants an extension after his next 2 seasons before he becomes eligible for the player option, but Miami is a little hesitant because of his age. Pat Riley, GM, aficionado, probably owner at this point of the Miami Heat, has made it clear that signing Butler will be a priority when the time comes, but for now, it's water under the bridge. Insert the good guys, or maybe the mid guys, the Philadelphia 76ers. Call me stupid, call me crazy, call me stuck in the past, but I want Jimmy Butler back on the squad. It only makes sense for an organization that has been looking, craving, and needing a playoff leader who has the ability to close since, Jimmy Butler, who left 5 years ago. Here's my thinking. 1, it allows Tyrese Maxey to grow more during the regular season as Joel and Jimmy finna get that load management treatment, and as a result, this will only add more to his leadership. 2, Jimmy has a familiarity with Joel, which will ultimately make the big fella happy, because even though we do get mad at him every now and then because he doesn't show up in big games during the playoffs, we definitely do want him to sign long-term because, he's a former MVP. And 3, because Jimmy Butler is literally the perfect fit. Butler has made the NBA Finals with a ragtag squad 2 times over the last 5 years. That is ridiculous. He is not LeBron James. Yes, he did not win those games. Yes, he did not win those series, but that's because he didn't have the good reinforcements. Imagine what he can do with a reputable roster that Daryl Morey can assemble. Honorable mention, I think he will fit well with a Nick Nurse offense and culture. Due to their fiery personalities, I think they will just click. A lot of the hesitancy has come against this move due to Butler's age and injury history. He is 34 at the moment and more than likely will be 39 once the contract is over. Best believe that jaunt will cost money. According to Keith Pompey of the Philadelphia Inquirer, the Sixers are willing to give Butler the max to bring his talents back to the city of brotherly love. Mofos are not playing. And how can they? What the hell other option do they have? Embiid is not a leader nor can stay healthy for the playoffs. Jimmy is insurance for both. He'll take the weight off the Cameroonian big man's shoulders, in addition to allowing Maxey to take the next step with his leadership. The build depth around Embiid train with good role players who won't break the bank has left the station the moment we gave up Dario Saric and Robert Covington for a player that we would only keep for half a season. This method becomes more layered as now Embiid is on the free agency clock. We do not have any time to waste. Butler ticks off most of the boxes to make a championship scenario potential the most realistic in the next 2 years. It gets even more wonky when you come to realize that we're going to have to trade for Jimmy. This is not for free agency. What pieces could we give up to the Miami Heat that they would maybe want? I'm not sure. I'm not the GM, but I do know one thing, it's worth it. If you're scared he'll get hurt, sit him down during the regular season. That's what the league does anyway. And while we are at it, sit Embiid down too. Let everybody sit, other than Maxey, of course. Mr. Butler has been the topic of conversation recently across the NBA fandom, as he is now recently being donned as Mr. Would've Could've, due to the fact that he talks a lot of shit.
If I was playing, Boston would be at home. New York damn sure would be fucking at home. Josh Hart. What does that mean to me?
Fairly or unfairly, justifiably or not, the fans low-key do have a point. At the end of the day, NBA final appearances are congratulatable, but nobody remembers a second-place team. It is what it is. Homie coming back to the Sixers and making us respectable again by leading us to a championship will only add to his legend and shut everybody the hell up. In conclusion, take this as a lesson, kids. It is never too late to correct the mistakes of the past, even if it may cost you a pretty penny to do so. One would suggest you not making that mistake in the first place, but hey, things happen. Be prepared to adapt and make it right when the time presents you with the opportunity. I'll talk to y'all next time.